why do we need natural and holistic solutions? In fact, what does that mean? Has agriculture not been rather natural since its inception?
Well, actually what's actually happened up until recently with the increased rate of people that have developed a lot of allergies, it's basically, if you trace it back, it goes back to what goes into the actual agricultural practices. So with AfriNat, our company, it's African Naturals. All our products are 100% natural, based on bioflavonoids and various other fruit acids in different combinations to create the various products. And the idea behind that is that we're looking at a holistic approach to agriculture, right from what you would term as your seed to fork approach. So literally looking at what is required for the actual crops to boost healthy crops. So to look at your increase in yield, look at your coloring, your bricks level. So basically to create a better, more healthier, sustainable crop. So you're looking at your plant health right through to your uniformity of size of fruit at time of harvest.
Would you say that your products fit into the conservation agriculture space?
Definitely. Being natural, looking at with the traditional synthetic agrochemicals that have been used, a lot of times when it comes to the point of harvest and when it gets to the point of actually going to the pack houses, a lot of the pack houses have to send their water to a water treatment plant in order for that, the chemicals that's been used from the orchards right through to into the pack house, for that to be neutralized before it can actually go into the effluent system. Whereas with the use of our products being natural, it's actually beneficial based on bioflavonoids. Say for example, you have a salad, a lettuce salad. You'd be eating more bioflavonoids in that lettuce than the residue that gets left behind on the fruits and vegetables. So it is a residue, but it's not a chemical residue. So with the whole global trend of moving away from your harmful chemicals that are being used in agriculture, our product range is the way to go.
So it's about growing food that's actually fit to eat.
Yes, growing food that actually would be healthy in a total holistic approach. So the idea behind that is that by the time it reaches the pack house, even the range that we have for pack house hygiene and sanitation also follows through on the concept of being our active ingredients, being the bioflavonoids and the various fruit accents. When the water gets dispersed, the water can actually be that used in the pack house. If our product range is the only product range used, that water can actually get reticulated back onto the land. So looking at, like for example, with us in the Western Cape, having such a major water shortage, we look at your various downstream savings on this. So from the pre-harvest agriculture right through to post-harvest, our products are non-tainting, non-corrosive, non-toxic. So those are all things that we've looked into, and we have the scientific proof to validate the products. So the idea behind that, in the pack house, for example, you're looking at with regards to replacing equipment costs, which is a major expense to pack houses. With our products being non-corrosive, that actually extends the life of the equipment as well. So you're looking, that's why I say we're looking at a total holistic approach. So we look from beginning to end and what you actually end up with on your plate.
It's amazing how much waste is eliminated when you adopt a holistic approach.
Definitely, and that is basically what we are trying to encourage. So with our product range being a new, what we term as a new generation, an innovative range of products, we have a lot more of the progressive farmers that are very interested in adopting the product range because they see the benefits not just to healthy plants but also to a better yield and your crop size and everything.
And your products are what we would once have called fertilizers?
It falls into the fertilizer category. The Department of Agriculture recently has launched a third category, a group 3, which is more for your natural products and your biostimulants. So there is a new registration process, so we will be migrating to that process in the very near future, and that is, it's actually great that they've brought this in.
It's a whole new industry they've created.
Well, this is the
like
thing.
A stroke of legislation.
And it's beneficial to a company like ours because we are now able to differentiate ourselves through the Department of Agriculture to a completely natural range, whereas traditionally we would have to fall under the fertilizer category.
So it's quite exciting that a number of farmers are making the switch. What's motivating them?
Well, especially if you're looking at your organic farmers as well and looking at the agricultural processes. Well, the difference between our product range and your general synthetic chemical range is that because our products are natural and because it's based on the bioflavonoids and fruit acids, there's no withholding period with regards to the use of our products. So with your traditional chemicals, they literally have to stop applying the chemicals, say on average 10 days prior to harvest. So if there's any infestation in that 10 days or there's disease pressure that crops up in that 10 days, the farmer is under immense pressure to try and keep that disease pressure down without applying additional traditional chemicals. Whereas with our products being natural, it can be applied right up into the day prior to harvest. So you're getting that additional protective barrier of the products on that right up until point of harvest.
Do you have any clients in the wine industry?
Yes, in the Hex River, well, it's more table grapes at the moment with regards to that. But we are, with a lot of the R&D that we've done over the past few years, we are now branching out into various sectors. We've just recently also covered the Eastern Cape with the citrus. And we've been involved with the Citrus Research Institute with regards to citrus black spot trials, where there was a major problem recently where they were looking at curbing export of citrus out of South Africa because of that. So we have gotten involved with various organizations with regards to the different types of trials required. So we are moving into the different agricultural sectors, and if there are industry sectors that have shown interest in our products, we gladly engage with them to actually doing product trials so that we can show proof of efficacy of the products itself.
I think with residential areas and wine farms being so close in the Cape and wine farms spraying all the time, there's all kinds of allergies and discomforts. They really should look into that.
Well, the nice thing with our product range in that aspect is that our product range actually, as I say, right through to the packhouse hygiene and sanitation range, because of it being natural, there won't be any incidents of people picking up allergies because of the fact that there is no ingredients in our products that would actually create allergies. Our products are actually hyperallergenic, and they have been scientifically proven on that basis as well.
The ingredients, where are they sourced from?
They're sourced, some of them are sourced internationally, others are sourced locally, but they are sourced through sustainable resources. So there is traceability of all of the ingredients within our products as well.
Traceability
is vital.
Becoming ever more important.
Yes. So, by all means, if anybody is interested, we will gladly share that information with them as well.
So who's the brains behind AfriNat?
Who are we? AfriNat, we are part of the company AEEI, which is African Empowerment Equity Investments. And it's a large group. One of our companies within the group is Premier Fishing, just to give you an indication. And then they've got various other companies within the holding company. So the idea behind this was our scientist, Gary Klugman, he's actually brought the range of products to the company because of the interest in the group to expand into a sector like this. The technology dates back as far as the 1930s. It was actually Professor Zdenk Bjorgi that did research on bioflavonoids and the various impacts of bioflavonoids on human health. So human health and plant health. But then with the advent of World War II, just in a nutshell, what actually happened was with the advent of antibiotics, it took the world by storm. So this type of technology, this type of research was then shelved. And a UK-based company, ICI, they took on the further research of this, and then they have actually developed the range, and we in turn have acquired the range from them to be able to manufacture and distribute in South Africa as well as the African continent. So we have the African rights for manufacture of these products.
It's quite exciting that in Zambia, for example, smallholder farmers are finding that conservation farming is making them wealthier because their yields are increasing. Do you see a bright future for these products, or is it an uphill struggle to convince people to switch?
It's a bit of both, because as I said earlier, your more progressive farmers, they are eager to gain new knowledge because they realize the traditional methods haven't really been, it's worked to a point.
Actually, they're not traditional methods, they're
the
industrial.
But I would say, what's currently being used in practice. So the idea, bringing new innovative ideas, they're very open to it. And especially with your emerging farmers as well, to get them set off on the right level, from ground level up. So to be able to engage with them with a range of products like this, also looking at, uplifting the skills of these farmers as well. We offer them, the reason why we mention about a holistic approach, we will actually go to the point of doing the actual training. So whether it's on-farm training or whether it's in the pack houses, we actually go and we train them on the correct usage of the products.
I imagine for, what would you call them, boutique products, things like blueberries, where the fruit quality is absolutely important, that are grown intensely on a small scale. This kind of product must be perfect for that.
It is, and that's why I said, it's gotten to the point now, because we've done so much R&D, that we are quite happy to engage with the various farmers with regards to looking at the types of programs they've got in place. And that's why I mentioned Gary, our scientist, as well. He will actually sit with them and work out a proper spray program, looking at whatever the challenges are that they're currently facing, and then looking at what solutions we can offer to them. So that at the end of the day, for example, like with this one here, where we've got the potato trial, this is a trial that we're still busy with. So literally after planting and prepping, doing proper soil preparation, at week 2 you can see the growth, and then literally after 4 weeks later, you can see substantial growth. So you're not just looking at what's above ground, in this case is a potato trial. So with the products, you're looking at uniformity of the actual size of it. So whether it's potatoes, whether it's grapes, whether it's citrus. So the idea behind the types of programs that gets put into place as well. Say for example, if a farmer wants to bring their produce to market sooner, they can accelerate the program in certain ways so that they can actually harvest earlier. Or if they want a slightly later harvest, they can actually hold back on certain spray applications so that they can end up having a late harvest. So there are various ways of going about presenting these spray programs to the different types of farmers. So we'd look at each individual case, as opposed to saying we've got a remedy for citrus, or we've got a remedy for table grapes, for potatoes, for spinach, depending on whatever the crop is. We'll look at crop specific, what the requirements are, and then a program will be put in place for that particular sector of the agribusiness.
Fantastic, thank you very much.